Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Tetcher, and welcome to my new show, Little Tips and Tricks, just starting to get you into the Nexus. Name still not chosen yet, so whatever is in the title of this video is the official name I decided on. But for now, this is basically what I've been doing is I play every now and again with people who haven't played Heroes before, and in some cases haven't played a MOBA before, have played a MOBA but not Heroes, etc., and are still newer to the series. And I try to teach them the game as best I can. I get a little bit salty. I'm not a great teacher, but when I'm teaching people directly. But what I have discovered is being from a StarCraft and then playing a little bit of casual League of Legends background myself before Heroes, there's a lot of stuff that I personally take for granted that other people don't know about, and there's a lot of stuff that I might not be sure of. So I decided to start thinking more in depth about things that I just think are basic, and then going into them to make them basic for everyone, so that hopefully as many people who watch these videos are on the same page. If you're more experienced with these kind of games, maybe this isn't the series for you, but I wanted to make sure that there was something out there, a resource out there to help people grow within the game. So what I'm going to do is, the first trick that I'm going to show you is learning how to maximize your attack damage by moving. Now that might seem counterintuitive because when you're moving you're not attacking, but that is a point, because every single hero, as I shall show you now, let's jump into this game here, has an attack speed. We're in try me mode right now. I picked Reyna because he's got a standard movement speed, a bit longer range than everyone else thanks to this, but he is still overall a fairly simple hero. So to start off with, I'm going to introduce you to a button on your keyboard that you might not have pressed when playing Heroes of the Storm, and that is your C button. This is available on every single hero and gives you a huge list of stats about your hero that you can use. Let me move away from these giants so you can probably read it better. So you can see what your health point is, what your health regen is, which is super useful if you're playing a tank or someone with regen master, etc. Your mana regen, once again, if you're playing someone with a bit more of the mana regen. Ability power, this is all heroes have a base ability power of exactly the same, but you can give bonuses on heroes like Kael'thas, or you can give it on heroes like Medivh. So that's easy enough, and cooldown reduction is fairly self-explanatory. So this will change while you're attacking. Like, Reyna does not have a cooldown reduction. Yes, he does have a cooldown reduction ability, but that will change as the cooldown goes up if you're reducing your cooldown doing stuff. Then you have these important numbers for me. In this particular scenario, you have your attack range, which is fine. Reyna has the tied longest attack range in the game with Sergeant Hammer outside of Siege mode. Then in Siege mode, Sergeant Hammer has the longest, fairly obviously. We have the attack damage, very important when you're trying to burst stuff down. You can also use that to keep track of how much extra damage your Seasoned Marksman has given you, for example. And you have the lifesteal, etc. If you have a lifesteal talent, siege damage. Say if your attacks do more damage to buildings, then that is what it will tell you, and your movement speed. This is I'm currently mounted. If I demount, you can see that disappears. It goes, the extra 40% disappears currently. And currently, you have 40% extra movement speed while mounted. I believe that was changing soon, or has it already changed? I don't remember. I don't know. But the most important one here for what I'm about to teach you today is the attacks per second. So you can see here, I have 1¼ attacks per second. So I attack pretty fast. So you can see there, 1, 1, 1, 1. You can see how much damage I am doing per second due to the auto attacks, etc. But overall, you can see how fast you're attacking. I'd recommend, if you want to learn a new hero, jumping into try me mode and just testing out the attack speed of your hero. It's very important. You can also, on Reyna at least, hit W. You can see that attack speed has jumped up a little bit, so you get a little bit faster attacking in general. But that's not what I'm telling you about. One, this is useful information to know, knowing that this C bar is here for you. But the more important bit is, this is all well and good attacking a dummy if it's standing still, but if your target's moving, or the fact is, when I'm attacking like this, there is one thing that I am not doing, and that's making myself harder to hit. And also not chasing someone if they are running away from me, or doing damage while I'm running away if I'm pretty sure I'm going to escape from a melee character, especially when I have a Q knockback as Reyna. So what I'm going to introduce you to is the concept of stutter stepping. If you may have heard this term before but may not have fully understood what it means, it's an incredibly simple trick that can really maximize your damage output. There are two ways to do it. One is the way that I use and a lot of the players use. Another is the way more difficult way, but is the way that some other of the pro players use. For example, I know Snitch uses the more difficult method, which has a lot of potential for miss micros, but it can also give you a lot better results in terms of single targeting and damage. So, as a quick preface to this, you're going to need two buttons to get this to maximum efficiency. Your right click, your movement here, you can see me moving around there, nice and simple. Right click, right click, right click, and your A move. So you can do that with A left click, or if you're on quick cast, which I will talk to you guys about probably at a later date, then just the A button. Or if you're a lunatic like me, I bound my A move entirely to my left click. So I have no hand on the keyboard, and I can move around normally. You can see the green dots there, or I can move around in attack move option. So you can see here if I move past, while I'm holding A move, I will attack whatever's in my way. While I'm holding regular move, I attack nothing, I walk past him. There you go. So you can see the difference there. So those are the two options you will need. Allow me firstly to teach you the easier way to stutter step. Now the whole point of this is there are multiple advantages to stutter stepping. Not doing it makes you insanely easy to hit, makes you a very easy engaged target because you're not dodging stuff that you might not see coming, and it also gives you better potential for chasing and escape. So the trick is immensely simple, and that is you move. If I'm chasing down this dummy, I want to chase down this dummy, or I want to position myself, like say I'm coming from my base, I want to position myself between him and his base, which let's say is over here. So if he's standing still, because he doesn't know how to stutter step, and he's attacking me, let's ignore the fact he doesn't attack, he's the dummy. So say he's doing that. I move in, I can do damage, move, damage, move, damage, move, damage, move, damage, move. Just all the time trying to time it with my attack speed. So you can see here, I've positioned myself in between the place he has to go. If I really wanted to be cheeky, I'd stand as close as possible and try and body block him to make sure it wasn't happening, as long as he wasn't a melee character and that wouldn't screw me. You can see, time it with your attack speed so that you're constantly moving. If he was to throw out abilities, he would have a much lower chance of hitting me than if he were to. Otherwise, this works for escaping as well. Say he was chasing me, I'm going to start next to him. He's chasing me, step back, step back, step back, knock back. I'm now much further away than I would have been if I just... now much further away, and I've dealt damage. You don't always want to stutter step when you're running away. You only do it if you're pretty sure you're going to survive. With Reyna, this helps because you have your Q. And it's the same with the extra attack speed you get from your W. You just have to time a little bit faster. It's a very easy trick. So for me, it is right click to move, left click to attack, right click to move, left click to attack. The more difficult way, and you could also do this with the A move as well, is the what I should call the snitch method here. Where basically you move and then right click your target. It's like you said, it gives a lot of potential for miss micro. As you can see there, I am missing a couple hits because I'm not as good as Snitch. But if you have insane mouse accuracy, this might be a better technique for you. It keeps your mouse mobile, it keeps you a bit more on the ball in terms of the game. But let's try this on Arthas. Let's reset minions. Let Arthas come to us. Oh, we need to toggle forts, don't we? Fresh forts. There we go. Alright, so, and... oh yeah, it just takes a while. Wait for it. There we go. Alright, so let's try our newfound trick on the Arthas spot. Let's see what we can do here. He's going to come out of his base, and we're going to try and do some damage to him here. We're actually going to attack a minion there. I'm going to use the snitch method here. I have now positioned myself between him and his base. He is standing still, so he has put himself in a risky position. I'm going to get some attack speed bonus. I don't need to micro here. There we go. Now, he's trying to retreat to his base. I can stutter step and block him away from his base. He will survive because the Alpha spot is tanky as hell. But you can see the idea. I'm making myself immensely difficult to hit as a target, and I'm also putting myself in a position of aggression to do so. Or, say, if he comes back, let's wait for him to respawn. Say I was out of position. Say I was attacking this. He's going to attack me. So I'm going to move away from him while also dealing some damage. Use a knockback as well. Move him away from me. And then I can turn around, chase him. Stutter stepping, you can stutter step a little bit by just right-clicking on the target if they're running away from you. By right-clicking on the target, you will do so, but that's not always ideal because there are exceptions to this rule, and I'm going to show you some of them now. Like, that is doing it on a ranged character. You can also do it on a melee character, but there are slight differences here. We're going to pick a tank because, for the sake of this, this is the tank that I do this the most on, other than maybe Stitches. So, here is ETC. we're going to do a very similar thing. We're going to firstly have a look at his attack speed. You can see that he has 1 attack per second. Very easy to learn, so you can just go 1, 1, 1, 1. Super easy to work that one out. So you can see stutter stepping with ETC, exceptionally easy. But with heroes like ETC, sometimes you don't want to be, hang on, let's refresh thoughts. Sometimes you don't want to be attacking on every single charge. And you also don't want that on every hero. Like I said with Reyna, if you're already running away from Reyna, then it doesn't matter so much. So here we go. I'm going to currently engage onto Arthas, and I'm going to show you the point of what I mean. So you can see, I have messed up my power slide there, so he is wrong way. I managed to stutter step in front of him, knock him back, trap him away from his base. And there you go. See, I'm not attacking him every time here. I'm just making sure that I am, each time, positioned in between him and the way he has to go to escape. Because that makes it so that my team can hit him more. He has less reinforcements here. And we were able to deal far, far more damage to him than we were. That's actually 2 tricks in one. I'll go more into body blocking at a later date, but in a new video. But overall, sometimes with heroes, you don't want to be attacking every single time. So you can just attack, move, attack, move, attack, move. But say if I wanted to get in between this guy, it would be just move first and then focus on the whole attacking aspect. Because I can use my W, knock it back out of position so that I can just continue to stay in between it and where it wants to go. Very easy trick. Give it a go yourself. Remember the buttons that you need are C if you want to actually have a look at your statistics. Otherwise, just jump into try me mode, try it out versus AI, also works. And then the buttons that you need are your right click when you want to move without attacking, and then your A move, aka your A left click to attack. So you can see, look at this. I am left clicking away from the target, but because I'm in attack move, this guy's in range, I attack him. A move will sometimes prioritize minions. It will always prioritize the target that is closest to you, which is why the snitch method is a little bit better, because you can go move, attack, move, attack, move, attack, even if there's stuff nearby. Look at this. I'm right next to these guys. Let's say I aggro these guys, but I want to stutter step this guy. So they were nearer, but I still attacked that guy with the snitch method. Whereas if I was to do it my method, you can see I'm attacking them instead of the dummy, because they are closer. So there you go. That is a very, very simple trick, stutter stepping, which hopefully will help you improve your game into the future. If you already knew about this, thank you for watching the video anyway. Helps me out, give me a bit of ad revenue. But this is going to be a series. If you guys have a trick that you see maybe in some low-level games or that you think that everyone should be aware of, just little things about the game. Like I'm going to do an episode on map awareness. I'm going to do an episode on correct boss procedure, like when to take a boss and when not to take a boss. I want to go through all of it. Map objective and positioning is a very important one. Body blocking, like I said, we'll do episodes on that. Those are the ones I have planned at the moment. But if you guys have a suggestion for something I should show off in this series, please leave it as a comment in the comment section below. I have been Tetcher. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this educational, and if not, I hope you enjoyed as is. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.